gonna slay. Starbucks just always does it, you guys. I'm literally at Target. It's 10:17. I woke up like at 9. I already showered. I already brushed my teeth. I just like look a little crusty because I haven't done my makeup or gotten ready. I live for these days. Freaking a Starbucks day, a Target day. Beautiful cloudy day. It's literally just a vibe. Like, it's literally fall vibes right now, you guys. Like, I'm literally like vibing right now. 70 degrees outside, bro. Before going in, I'm gonna check my bank account status just to know my limits, because you can go into Target for one thing and then you'll come out with the entire store. So let's just check and be depressed after. I literally spent like 5 minutes in there. Girl, I had some self-control because I saw that fall aisle. This is after that fall video I just posted. Yeah, I saw that fall aisle and I was like, should I just completely redo my room again? We're gonna do a basic Latina makeup look. I am Latina, so I better be a pro at this. Have I ever tried it? No. Do I look like the girls that be doing this makeup? No. I'm gonna see if I can make myself look like them. They be so gorgeous. Like, if you're watching this, y'all guys are so gorgeous. In order to prepare for this, I got some lashes because I feel like that's like the main like part of doing this type of makeup is like the lashes. Like, the lashes are always carrying. Okay, so for the first step, I'm going to brush my eyebrows. Along with doing my makeup, I am going to answer some of your guys' questions. I'm going to grab some black eyeshadow and I'm gonna kind of like do it above my like eyeline before I put the lashes on, just to give it that effect. And then I'm gonna do black eyeliner at the bottom of my waterline. So the dating advice I would give, also, I'm not a pro, but most of these are just my opinions. I feel like the top of everything is literally communication. And I know everybody says this, but so many problems can be avoided if you simply communicate. Sometimes we're so petty and we allow like our ego to get to us to the point where like we don't want to be the first to call or whatever, or text or ask a question. But it's like, you know, this person is dating you at the end of the day. Like, if you think that you shouldn't freaking call them first or whatever, just out of pettiness, or ask them out or ask them to hang out, maybe you should reconsider the relationship, because, you know, there shouldn't be any pettiness in a relationship. And I know it's so hard, but it's so, like, you look back and it's like, it's so immature, like some of the actions we do just straight out of like pettiness or out of like revenge almost. Also, before you even start dating this person, make sure that you, if this person were to propose, that you would want to marry them, you know? Like, I'm so strong on like date to marry, by the way, because I don't understand the point of dating someone if you're not wanting to marry them. Like, just to waste time, that's not my type of relationships. And one thing I used to not do is like, I used to be shy and not want to like ask questions about like your guys' relationship or situationship. Like, you have to be comfortable with them to the point where you can confront them if they're not doing something that you don't want. Okay, now I'm gonna do some mascara before I apply the lashes. So the reason why I'm saying like you have to be so comfortable with your partner is because, like I said, like you have to be comfortable to confront them when it comes to like bad moments, you know, like if they're not doing something right or you want them to do something, that way you're comfortable and you like are able to tell them what's going on or what's the person doing wrong. That avoids like you guys even breaking up, because sometimes like girls break up with guys and it's like, well, you never told them like what they were doing wrong. Maybe they would actually had fixed it if you had told them, you know, what was going on or what you were doing wrong in the relationship. A lot of times we think that guys can read our minds, okay? It's such a bad misconception that like we think guys should automatically be trained to be boyfriends and know exactly what to do whenever you're upset. It's like, no, girl, like sometimes they genuinely don't know, so we have to tell them. The issue comes whenever you tell them and they continue to not do or do whatever you told them to do or to not do. But yeah, that's literally my dating advice. Literally, it's just a matter of communication, a matter of telling someone how you feel. I know it sucks, but you just gotta be open. If you're willing to be in a relationship, you gotta know how to communicate. You gotta know how to tell them your feelings. You gotta know how to confront someone. And always just stay with the right intentions. If you're not ready for a relationship, then don't pursue someone. Don't go talking to people and be like, oh, never mind, I don't want you. Boom, heartbroken for no reason. Let's move on to the next question. I could talk about dating for days, like my opinions, but I feel like my opinions are super like conservative, you know. Where and what lifestyle do you see yourself in 10 years from now? Oh, shoot. How do I get this off? I've never tried these lashes before. Kind of excited to kind of switch it up. But back to the question. What lifestyle do I see myself having in the future, and where really do I see myself in the future? So, where I would hope to still live here. I love where I live. I love my little town. So, I would love to remain here, and I'm sure that is the most possible situation. I am very interested in traveling though, so I would love to travel. I love traveling. It'd be amazing if I had the opportunity to travel. But lifestyle? That's a very hard question because I am freshly 19. So it's like I have no idea what is going to happen in my life. You know, like you might think that this is going to happen or this is going to happen in your life. Like life can take turns, you know. Overnight, your life can completely change. And it's insane to those people that it happens to. My dream lifestyle is to make a living off of doing what I enjoy, which is like filming for you guys. Obviously, there's a lot of like, not competition, but there's like a lot of factors that go into that. Also, I feel like I started this a little like later than what the average famous influencer would start it off. I feel like I'll always do social media regardless of the growth, just because I really, really do enjoy it. Up until that point where like I genuinely don't have time to do social media, you know? And it'd be more of a waste of my time if I had like no viewers. But I don't see that happening within the next 5 years. I feel like I'll still have time within the next 5 years. Let's just say like social media doesn't work out, then I'd probably be like a full-time hairdresser, which would also be a slay. So the next question is, what's your motivation to film and reach your goals on social media? Always this stupid inner corner that never wants to stay, you guys. Okay, one eyelash on. Now let's do the other lash. My motivation is honestly every single day. I literally wake up and see my motivation, which is my family. I'm trying to do the most I can, and right now, like, the idea of social media is like, the second that I like decided to go live or even like post videos or even see like a video that even just hit like 1K likes, that was enough motivation to be like, okay, Lucy, like maybe you can actually like pursue a career in social media. Like, especially seeing like people just like me, like Santi and Wilito and Meche, like people that grew up the way I did, you know, especially seeing them be able to pursue social media and make a living and make a life out of it and help their family. Growing up, we had experienced something like literally a financial issue. So basically, regardless of the job my mom did, she's never going to get paid as much as I could because she don't know English. Whenever I turned, I think it was like 14, I started working and I was already making more. Like my beginning salary was already more than what my mom was making. And that also is why I started working at such a young age. Just being scared. Just like living in a financial burden almost. I'm gonna start with my foundation, by the way. Actually, before I start my foundation, I'm gonna do some of my eyebrows. I feel like they need to be filled in. Let's see if this is too dark. When you're put in that position where you don't know what you're even gonna eat the next day, it's honestly like traumatizing, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can even relate to it. And it's like you never want to be in that position ever again, and anything higher than that, even if it's a little bit higher than that. And the fact that at that point in my life, I couldn't even work. Like I felt absolutely helpless. Like I couldn't do anything because I wasn't even of age to work. And the second I turned of age, I got a job And it felt so nice knowing that, you know, if something were to happen to my mom, or if she were not able to get a job, she can't just go out and get any random job because she only speaks Spanish. But it feels nice that, you know, I had some type of income, even if it was a little bit, and even if I was still in school. So obviously I couldn't even like work as much as I wanted to, but I would save up, you know, so regardless, I always had money in case like she needed someone to depend on if something ever happened, which she never did, thank God. But it was a really bad position. I feel like that's what motivates me now, and just the fact that I have everybody, all of you guys actually have this opportunity right in front of you guys, and it's like, why wouldn't I take it? And I was really scared, you know, I was really scared to take that first step to even post. I was terrified to post. I was terrified even more so to post a video of me on TikTok, like talking, like a get ready with me. And now, like, I love posting those videos. I love posting YouTube videos. And it was just scary because it's like, in my head, it's like, what are people gonna think? Like, are people gonna think I'm dumb? Are people gonna think I look stupid because this isn't gonna get any views? And guess what? They didn't get much views, you know, like, especially at the beginning. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna get any views. Nobody's gonna get any views at the beginning. Like, unless you're, like, beautiful, like, literally drop dead gorgeous and have some unique features. Or you're, like, super rich, so everybody watches you because it's actually motivating to be that rich. You know, you're probably not going to get many views, but that doesn't mean that you don't have that same opportunity. We all have the same chance at social media. So if you're watching this, and if you've been debating posting, this is your sign to post. You never know what trying and the result of trying can ever lead to, you know? Now I'm going to conceal my eyebrows a little bit, and I can't tell if I like my eyebrows or not. They might be a little too dark. Just going to add some of this concealer. This is a Tarte concealer, by the way. It's literally holding on to your life. And then I'm going to go in with the Lancome concealer, which is a little bit lighter than my shade. I'm just going to try to, like, make myself have, like, an eye/face lift with this one. Because it's, like I said, a little bit lighter. So we're just going to, like, kind of do this. Someone asked if Will You Marry Me is an ache in my lives. Low-key, I mean, I obviously, like, never really pay attention to them because, like, obviously not. I'm not going to marry, like, someone I literally just met, bro. So you can kind of see how much lifted this face or this side looks compared to this side already. Somebody asked if I'm gonna have kids in the future, and if so, how many. I honestly am too young to determine how many. I feel like everybody just goes based off of their first experience having their very first kid. I know for a fact I'm meant to have kids because I always have that. I love kids. I love babies. I already have, like, that soft spot for my kids already. So it's like, I think I know, you know, almost that I'm going to have a kid. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many I'm going to have yet. Instead of using, like, a contour stick, I go in with a darker shade of the Fit Me foundation. And it's like a stick, and it's amazing. And it lasts you literally forever. I highly recommend this. And it's not too expensive compared to, like, any other contour stick, but I'm just gonna go in right here. So this is my placement. It's kind of like under my cheekbone, that way I can put the blush on top. And then also I'm gonna contour my nose, that way I can snatch it out. So that's the placement for my contour. Actually, I might add a little bit on my forehead just to, like, give me some color. I'm gonna blend in the concealer. Remember, just blend upwards. Now I'm going to blend this contour, and I'm going to do the same upward motion. That way you get that facelift, girl, without that Botox. So you can kind of see right here, it kind of looks like I have, like, a little tan, like a little sunburn. Another question I get a lot is how to get over somebody. I've never been, like, in that situation where I need to get over someone, you know, like a breakup or whatever. So, but for, like, I'm talking about, like, getting over, like, life situations, like traumatic stuff that happened in your life, in order to not think about the problems or your problems. This works for me for, like, my life problems, and I'm sure it could work for, like, a breakup, even though it sounds silly. but I've had a friend break up, and I feel like those are almost worse than relationship breakups, so we can talk about that. I didn't manage to like really, I feel like you never truly get over it, like it's always in the back of your head, but definitely like right after it happens, it kind of like sucks a lot, because it's like, you know, like, are you serious? Like, it just sucks because like your friendship ended over like the silliest things, and most of the time you guys are like friends for like a long period of time, and it's like, are you serious? Like, that's literally all it took for our like friendships, and like that's how much it meant to you. So it's like really sad, because it's like usually most of the time in a friendship breakup, you've known this person for years, you've told this person like almost all of your secrets, so it's like it sucks, you know. But the way I would get over that, or even like any life problems, is fill up your schedule. Don't allow yourself to even have time to think. Don't ever play sad music in the car, anywhere, the gym. Don't ever play sad music, because the sad music is what's going to allow for those thoughts to like enter your head. You know? Don't allow sad thoughts to enter your minds. Don't allow sad music to enter your minds. Keep your freaking schedule occupied. Get a job. Go to the gym. Get a hobby. Hang out with friends. Don't stay home. Go to church. Don't stay home, because staying home is probably the worst thing you can do. If you have the opportunity to go out, then go out, girl. Don't freaking stay home mourning someone that isn't even worth it. So for the blush, I like placing it at the top of my cheekbone. A little bit goes a long way. Same concept, blend upwards. Then after like you already like blend that 2 dots upwards, you're gonna come back like down and start there, and then blend like this. I don't know if that makes sense, so just watch. So I'm gonna start down here, then upwards, and then I'm gonna go even downer, and then upwards again, and then even closer to my nose, then upwards again. So then if it's way too much like this, you can grab your beauty blender, and you can also like help that kind of absorb some of that blush, kind of blend everything in. But don't do it too much, because we're still gonna set, so you still want that blush to like show through the setting powder. Speaking of setting, it is now time to set. Okay, so I'm using this brush. It's kind of like a flat brush, because I feel like I have more control over it in this way. Now we're just gonna let that kind of hang in there for a second. Meanwhile, it kind of just sits, and we're gonna start doing our lips. I feel like that's also a very important part of the Latina makeup, is your lips, because they have a super clean lip line. I'm going to overline my lips with the Ulta Beauty lip liner. So now that I look crazy, we're gonna go in with some gloss. I'm not sure if I should go in with this one or this one. I think I'm gonna go in with this one. Then I'm gonna go over with some Vaseline. And then I'm gonna outline my lips one more time, just to like make sure they're lined with a little darker color. This is the e.l.f. Retro Paradise. Now we're gonna blend. Now I'm gonna do some highlighter. Okay, resume. My mom came home from work, and she just started talking to me about how I was like a baby. It was kind of random, but anyway. So highlighter is so important, you guys, for freaking this look, and your main thing is to put highlighter under your eyebrow. It sounds kind of odd, but trust. So obviously highlight the bridge of your nose. I feel like that's so essential too in the Latina makeup. So now I'm just gonna add your typical highlighter where you usually place it on your like cheekbones or whatever. So to go over the contour and kind of just set it into place, I am going to contour my nose again, the same exact place where I had contoured before, with some powder contour, but this is gonna be like barely anything, you know, like little dabs. So like, okay, so that's the nose, and also we're just gonna set the blush just a little bit, just to top everything off. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me answer one last question before I get off. So the very last question I'm going to be answering is, what drives you to strive and reach your goals? This is kind of very similar to the other question I answered. Literally my family, literally the place where I live at right now, the cars we drive, absolutely everything, just the position I'm in life right now. I literally just want better for both my parents, for my brother. if anything, I want to like move up in life rather than like downgrade, you know. I want to up my life, you know, and I just don't want to repeat anything in the past that has happened before. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm literally in love with this freaking look. I did not think it was gonna turn out this good. Okay, makeup skills. Okay, we'll see you guys in the next video. I'm so excited to see what the future holds, if there's anything to hold in the future. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for supporting me every single day. Thank you guys for everything. I love you guys. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you learned at least one thing, okay? At least one thing. And if my makeup didn't completely suck. Make sure to comment down below what you think. What do you think? Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. What are you doing? And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!